Just
We
start
are all
while you're.
colorful today.
I know it's spring. No, well, summer. Same
Summer.
shit.
Wait a minute, somebody ain't here yet. Just about 5 or 6 days early. Something like June 24th.
Is it?
Oh, I thought it started already.
I thought it was-
All right, so spring.
So
So we
spring.
right on time. Yo, it's your girl T Truth, the Breathe Easy podcast. I'll be trying to make a little jingle, one gonna stick. And your girl,
Jess Aggressive, y'all.
aka Green
I'm
Eye
back.
Candy.
I'm back. I missed one.
Yeah. She wasn't here last time, but I held it down, of course.
Yep.
And today we're gonna be doing a little something different. We're gonna be talking like some real stuff. We still gonna joke and kiki, but it's gonna be some real stuff. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Alicia Ragland. I'm a registered nurse. I go by Joy. I came here to talk about mental health.
Okay.
Mental health.
That's
And what's
important.
crazy is that we always talk about that. Like almost every guest that's been here at some point in the show, we'll discuss like depression or like what do you do when you're depressed or what do you do when you're feeling, So now we're going to have some stuff where, if y'all have some questions, she might answer them. So, Nurse Joy.
Well, y'all ain't gonna have no questions. We gonna ask all of them. And
No,
you
but
just
I'm
gonna
saying, like,
tune
we'll
in.
probably ask
You
a
will
question
tune in and
that'll get answered for you.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure
Get
you guys will have the
answered.
same questions we have.
And that's what I mainly talk about, just depression and then suicide prevention.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Well, what kind of nurse are you?
she said registered nurse.
Reg-
I'm in
Registered
school
nurse
getting my
isn't-
nurse practitioner. That's what all of this.
Okay, but don't you have to be in a specific field or no?
You can work anywhere. Nursing field is huge.
Yeah.
I can't
So
even
it's
tell
just
you
it's just the
what-
title, and then you can pick and
Yeah, you
choose.
can pick
Right.
and choose.
What
And then
area?
that's when you will get the other letters at the end of your
I'm in
name.
the
I'm
ER.
shortly
I'm an
shrinking.
ER nurse.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
My
I
friend
see
is
everything.
too. My
Right.
friend is too. She
Okay.
see everything.
Yeah.
Everything, literally.
Yeah.
My cousin is she's a nurse practitioner.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm in school for.
She's a nurse
Okay.
practitioner. And that's like one step below a doctor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm
that's
almost there. That's
yeah.
the highest I'm gonna go.
Oh.
But
Okay,
you have
that's
to work
dope.
under a physician.
You gotta work on a physician,
Right.
but you can do the same thing he
That
does or
they
she
do.
does.
Right.
Write
Yep.
the prescriptions,
Yep.
Right.
everything.
Yep.
Okay,
They do
okay.
surgery, all of
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Right,
All
and
of that.
you, but if you do surgery, he has to be there, or he or she has to
Yeah.
be there
Yeah,
to
they can be
assist.
there. They don't have to assist you. You just work under them. You do your own thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, so wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I have one more question. So if you have if there's a surgery scheduled and you're the nurse practitioner, that doctor does not have to be there
Right there
while
with you.
you're doing the surgery.
No, but you would know that
What?
you would know that she's
Right.
gonna be
Never
doing the
know.
surgery.
I
It's
never
not like
knew
a surprise.
that. I-
Yes.
No, I know
They
that,
deliver
but
babies.
That's why I
C-section.
said a nurse
know.
practitioner is one step under
I
a
always
doctor.
thought the doctor physically had to be there.
No.
Oh,
You can
okay.
That's
work
why
under him,
they're
but-
pretty much a doctor, just
They
a little
shrunk.
less.
And listen, y'all, in the state of Florida, this is
Yeah.
the only state I know where nurse practitioners can open up their own business. I can open up my own doctor's office, my own clinic, my own anything.
Good. That's dope. That's good to know. In Florida,
Yeah.
if you're a nurse practitioner, you can open your own practice.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
That's dope
technical
as fuck.
difficulties.
What?
That's what you doing with that thing.
Because
You got
What?
shorter.
my chair
I
shrunk.
told you,
It's
it's
slowly
falling.
like boom, boom.
That's
so
why-
can this go? Can this
No.
go shorter? This
You
is
gonna have to
it.
turn the mic like this.
Oh, okay.
All right, so my first question. This is the most important. We gonna jump right in.
I was gonna introduce myself where I was from. Should I say
What?
like where I'm from? Like
Oh yeah, you can tell where you from. Where you from, girl?
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond,
Okay.
Virginia. Stand up. That's a DMV, right?
Yeah.
The DMV, baby.
I moved to Florida 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
To Sunrise. I'm still in Sunrise.
Yeah.
Okay.
32 years old.
Hey.
Birthday is July the 3rd.
Hey, I'm July 19th.
Okay.
So are you a what is that? Leo or
Cancer.
Cancer. Okay.
I'm going to Montego Bay.
Hey. Don't get pregnant, girl.
Are you single?
Single.
Hey, even better.
That's why I said don't get pregnant. Because
That's
the
why
Jamaican
you going
niggas
with me.
we go swap
I'm not
with
doing
you.
them no more. Sorry, Jamaicans. Y'all cut off the list.
Right?
Love you.
It's
but
like one and done.
can't date you.
They too harsh, and then
Wait,
that's
so do
it.
you have
They
kids?
hardcore. You're a 16-year-old and 2
Oh,
years
yes, you said you had kids. Oh.
2 daughters.
Two
is
daughters.
it
14
that-
years apart, Jess.
Wow.
Jamaican?
Yeah, the baby.
I knew it.
That's why I
why
said
you're
you're
done.
one and done. He might watch this, so.
Oops.
Oh well, he
Happy
gotta know.
Father's Day.
Somebody gotta tell him. So you have a 16-year-old? Oh, that's a big
Jump.
break you had. Hold on.
That's like me. 16. And then I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Oof.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a
mine
long wait.
bad.
So when that 16-year-old was a teenager and
I was a
here you go
teenager.
having a baby.
Yeah, I was 16 when I had
No,
her.
but when you were having the second child, yeah, it was they're both girls.
Both girls.
Okay, so how was the teenager with you being pregnant? Was she helpful?
She was good.
She
That's
was
my
good?
ride or die. She got her right now while I'm here.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
that's like my
okay.
son.
Okay. Oh, that's
He hold
good.
it down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
good.
very, very good siblings.
Okay.
And I'm so glad. I'm so grateful because they could be such assholes. I know that they can, especially teenagers.
Yeah.
And he's so easy. Like, that's the
be
best
wanting
kid that I could ever ask for.
They be
I
wanting
hope
to do
my
their
girls
own
are like
thing.
that too.
I don't know. I didn't have very much luck. As with teenagers, nah. I like them when
But
they're
they seem like your
babies.
kids seem like they love each other though.
No,
That's
they
a
do.
good
They have
thing.
normal sibling rivalry.
Right,
and I
right,
like
But
them.
they seem
I
like
let
they're
them
like,
go
you better
at
not
it,
fuck
but-
with my brother or my sister. You know what I'm saying?
No, they would.
Right. That's a good thing. Like they're always gonna be
But
like,
to be
oh, I
like-
can't stand you in the house, but
Yeah.
when you go outside that house,
They
nobody
have each
can
other's
fuck with.
back.
Right. That's
Yeah.
how it should be. All right. So like I said, let's jump right in it.
Okay.
So I know there's many different signs, many different things, whatever. But like, what would you say are like some of the key signs that someone can look for someone that's going through depression or withdrawing from society?
The key signs, I would say like I have friends that's going through that. So like the persistent sadness, like always sad. That's the biggest thing to look for, like the lowering in the mood. Like your mood is just destroyed. Like nothing can make you happy. The things that usually make you happy,
It's not working.
yeah, your mood just stay low. The eating, the no eating or overeating, the no sleeping or just sleeping too much. You gotta
Yeah.
look- those are like the main things. Like when people come to the ER, they just be like, that's how they be. That mood, you can just see it on their face.
Yeah, like
They'll
they're
be
just
like,
lost hope.
They're like worthlessness. They be like, they feel like crap. They feel like they don't want to be here. I haven't eaten
They
in a
come to
week.
the ER and tell you that?
They
Yeah,
say they
'cause
feel like
they
feel
don't
like
know
they
who
want
else to
hurt
talk to.
themselves. Yep, they feel like they want to hurt themselves, or they just tell you everything, and then y'all heard of Baker Act? How you
Yeah,
have to-
yeah.
So we have to Baker Act them depending on what they say.
What they're
Most
saying.
of them we Baker Act so many.
Yeah.
Like you
Oh my
literally have to like
gosh.
put them in a
Yeah, we put them in
in
the
a straight jacket?
No, we
No.
put them in the. We got the suicide rooms, like the rooms don't
Yeah.
have nothing in them but a stretcher,
Right.
but a bed.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Well, what if they
And they
take
get-
the bed and bang
No.
themselves
But
with
then
it?
that y'all inject them, right? With something?
No.
Oh, that's only if they acting
only the
crazy.
ones that's
And it's
trying
like
to-
Thursday
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that. Yeah, it's something
That's
called
what I'm thinking. You in a
Thursday.
straight jacket, bitch. You can't go nowhere.
Now, if they're tripping, they inject them to sedate them.
Yeah. The sedation is only for the ones that's a
Tripping
threat
out.
to you or a threat to themselves.
Yeah.
But you don't have to sedate nobody that's
Okay.
just crying in a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like one girl I had, like we all can relate, because she was a mother of 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
wow.
all 4 boys. And she came in there, she could not stop crying. She was like, she been sleeping in her car the last months with her 4 sons.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's like, we been sleeping in the car. She lost her housing voucher. She was like, everything too expensive. She was like, down below.
Yeah.
Like,
Aw.
And
really
she,
lost
yeah,
hope.
she was like, she can't find nobody to help her. Like, she came to the ER just because she couldn't.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know. What am I going to do?
She gave the kids to family members. She just was a mess.
Oh, my God.
We had to bake out her, but hopefully she better now. But it's just hard out here. I think
Then
that's
when
what
you
it
can't
is.
even follow up, don't you ever wonder, like,
I
damn,
always
wonder what
wonder,
happened?
but I don't know. We not a psych. Like my hospital is not a psych hospital, so we just get them straight, and then they get transferred to psych facilities.
Right,
So
yeah.
I don't
How
see
do
them
you
no
keep
more.
your emotions
No, that's what
out
I
of
was gonna
that?
say. Like, isn't that
That's
hard?
so
Like, because like
hard.
it's so much. Like you said, you see it so much. Like, how
So
do you
much.
not? How do you detach from that shit and not like every
Yeah.
patient be
I
like,
know. I
oh,
be trying not to soak it in because I think I soak it in a lot.
Yeah.
Because I go
Yeah.
home and I be talking to my best friend. I'm like, girl, this don't happen.
That
That don't
energy.
happen.
Right.
that
Yeah.
energy.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sad. And then the ones that come in just so cut up, like the ones that's really deep
Yeah.
in. Because you know you got the
Yeah.
ones that's like severely depressed, and then
Right,
the ones
right.
that just
So
there,
somebody that's like cutting
Yeah.
their self
yeah,
or
you got the ones
something.
that's so
You
bad.
see it? Oh, wow.
Girl.
Yeah, because my
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
my friend's a nurse, and I noticed how as she got more involved and she's a registered nurse. She works in emergency room also. She got more involved. The socializing also became less and less. It's
Yeah.
like I don't like being around people. Like I don't
Yeah.
like it's not the same.
It's like I want to help, but then I'm just like, dang, I don't want to get stuck in
It's
it.
like going to the
and get
military
sad.
and coming back. Like you get
Yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up in the
yeah, yeah.
head.
Because the
It's
type of
hardcore.
shit that you see.
Damn,
So
that's
that's what I'm
sad.
stuck in between, being a mental health nurse practitioner or ER nurse practitioner. It's like I want to.
It's the same
wanna
shit,
help.
kind of.
Right.
I just think in the ER you probably see
But you
more
do
like
all
blood
medical
and
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, you can
Maybe
do
you could be the one to start a mental health program in the ER.
Oof, God, my hospital, they not gonna touch psych. You know, some hospitals just there's so much you need to have psych going on. So we just transfer them to the psych.
No, it doesn't even have to be like a psych ward. I just mean maybe like, you know, like a caseworker.
Right. They got plenty of the caseworkers. The caseworkers are the ones that get them
to
the psych ward.
Oh, but then that's it. And then they're done. Because once they're discharged, y'all don't involve yourselves anymore.
It's intense.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Health.
So what do you feel about, like, I know this is going to be really touchy. When these people have these calls for these mental health crises and they call the cops and cops come out and end up like killing the person.
Girl.
Like, what do you feel about programs for cops?
I feel like they need to call a nurse. They need to have nurses that come with that.
Yeah,
like
because I'm pretty sure usually that person...
What the first responders are for?
The first responders...
No, what the thing about it is usually those people, I'm pretty sure it's already like with the state that they have mental problems. So yeah, when they have like a nurse that they could call and be like, hey, he's having a health crisis.
Look what they did to the vets. Look at the veterans.
They don't
That's
have
what I'm
nothing.
saying.
That's
they don't do anything.
We need to, I wonder how I can
They don't
figure
have
that out. But
shit.
they do need to have a medical
something that you need to think about starting.
No, they
need
don't
a
care.
psych nurse or psych nurse practitioner, somebody who know how to handle them, because the police see them as a threat. We don't see them as a threat.
Right,
We know that they sick.
Right.
Yeah, we know that they sick. Police
I feel like the cops do too, but it's just an easy easy way out.
You just mask it.
Yeah.
That's
because
terrible.
at the end of the day, people want that authority, or they thrive off, you know, just keeping a career going.
Yeah.
I think they need another number that they can call, not the cops.
Yeah.
They gotta be something else.
Yeah.
Like
Or
a
even
mental
if,
health
even
line.
if they do call 911, that dispatcher should know.
It needs to
Okay,
be
it's a mental health
specialist
Okay, let me
with them.
transfer. Yeah.
Right. They need to
Okay.
have a mental health specialist that can go out to those calls.
Yeah. Because I
only-
see it a lot. Imagine the ones that we don't see.
Yeah.
You see the ones that they post on YouTube and stuff. Imagine the ones that you don't see.
In my home in Virginia, this guy who was, oh my God, he was perfect. He was in college, no history or no trouble, but had a psychotic break at like 24. Was running around the highway naked. And with no weapons though, just running around naked. Never had no trouble. And when he was running towards a cop, you know what the cop did? Shot him in the stomach and killed him. He was not. He was just losing his mind, just running around naked. He wasn't trying to hurt nobody. And they shot him in the stomach.
Yeah,
Because they probably thought he was on something.
Nope.
Or even if he is on something, like...
You ain't got to shoot him in the
Well,
stomach.
that's what I'm saying. You don't know how he had something happen to him as a child psychologically, and something like that triggered him. He's, I don't know.
Who's the cop?
Yeah, the cop.
Well, that's why they need to go through training and shit.
But I don't know.
He was completely naked. They
He
can do
could
it.
have
shot him in the leg, something, but yeah, just to shoot him.
I don't know,
like,
how
to
far
kill
does
him.
the taser go?
Pretty far.
It does?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
if you watch those videos when they do the
I
training,
don't know, by the
they're
time
like,
that
way...
bitch come running up to me, see, that's why I can't be the police. I might be scared. I might have shot his ass.
And that's exactly why it's like they be hiring anybody, because like a lot of these motherfuckers should not be cops.
They should not be.
Yeah, everyone's reaction is
and not
different.
even just cops, like customer service. It's so many people out there like you should not be in customer service because like you don't know how to handle people.
Same thing for me. You should not be a nurse. I got so many people that work where I'm like,
you know how many times I've been to the hospital and I've been like, this bitch is a nurse.
Every single one of these hoes, they make me mad. Every time I come in, I get in an argument with them. I always
used to
get in an
date this
argument.
guy that had sickle cell.
oh,
So he used to
always in the hospital.
In the
We get them
hospital.
all
always in the
the
hospital with
time.
crisis.
No, those nurses those nurses are nice. I feel like are nicer.
No.
When
That's
they
where my
have,
story's
when
going.
they have long-term patients.
There's where my story
Go
goes.
ahead, girl. Tell your story.
He
Stories
went
of
to
the
the
ER.
hospital.
Go ahead.
He always in the hospital, whatever. So it's the same nurses that see him all because he go to the same hospital, you know?
Uh-huh.
He's in there one time. He used to tell me stories, but I never actually saw it. So one day or whatever, I was at work, and his mom called me and was like, oh, he's at the hospital, whatever. So when I go, he's in the hospital bed just stuck like this, like on his back, and his arms are like this, and his legs are up like this. Like he, because they seize up.
Yeah.
So he's like this, he can't move or whatever. The nurse comes inside the room.
I would have laughed.
I mean, but it's not funny. It's like he can't
Not
help
that
it.
pain
It's
in.
a sickle cell. It makes his
Oh,
joints.
it's a sickle cell. I'm
his
sorry.
joints
I didn't
seize
mean
up
that.
because when
I
he
thought
tries to,
I forgot we was talking about sickle cell.
the sickle cell is the cells are shaped like this
No,
instead
I
of
know.
round,
And they get all
when
clumped together.
So when he tries to move, it's like scratching on his insides. So anyways, he's like this in the bed, and the nurse comes in and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And she just pushed his arm. She was like, "Straighten yourself out." I was like,
I believe
I'm sitting there,
I
I'm
believe
witnessing.
it.
He used to tell me stuff, and I'll be like, "This there's no way they get away with this shit. And when I witnessed it, when I was like, I said to
But
myself, what are you doing?
why would she do that if she
She
knows?
probably just thinking he lying.
They be burnt out. They be irritated because they see these.
She probably like, what is he doing?
But
Why he lying?
in every profession, every job, you got assholes. Even in
Trust
mine.
me.
I'm telling
Right.
you, even doctors, some of them just they ain't it.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
And then I feel like sometimes it's not even that's not even really them, but like you said, they probably burnt out.
when you get to a certain
They had a
point,
stressful day. You don't know what they're going through. That's not an excuse.
to take
but
it out
I'm
on the
saying,
patient. 'cause I
right?
never
Yeah.
would.
But I'm just saying, like, they humans too. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
And it's
right.
just like, especially in these times, they're
Right.
short staffed. All types of shit is nurses working 3 days straight. Like,
Yeah, but they don't have to. They have their schedule. They don't have to commit to anything more than
well, you
their
do, or
normal
you gonna
hours,
get
don't you?
fired. You
don't-
gonna
We
get
do
fired.
36 hours a week, 3 days.
Right, 3 days in
So
a
three
row.
12-hour shifts. No,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, just
Whenever
any
they
3
need you,
days.
just-
Okay.
Right, but what I'm saying, like, I say you're a nurse practitioner and you just tired. I don't
Now
want to
those
work
hours
today.
is tough. Yeah.
Bitch,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
you
okay.
can't
They
come
doing
into
like,
work.
Yeah.
You can't
like
say
7
that.
days straight.
That's why they
The
have
doctors and the
Okay.
they
practitioners.
have rooms where they can live at the hospital because
Yeah.
they can't go home. When
Yeah.
you go home and you get a call, now you got to rush
You
back
be
to the
on
hospital.
call for
They
24
live at the
hours.
hospital.
Yep, they be on
Yes.
call for 24 hours. I
Right.
mean, you could be asleep at 3 a.m. and somebody needs surgery. Or
Thank
something.
you.
You gotta
So
wake up.
then why I'm gonna trust some tired ass doctors advice?
That's
or,
why they
you know what
have
I'm
a
saying?
room
What the
where they can
fuck?
live right there.
But they
where
don't.
they're
They
not.
be in there hunching. We all know that.
It
Well,
just depends. It just
What I'm
depends.
saying
You
is,
gotta-
They
there's
be in
not
there
like a big
hunching. I
like,
know they be in the
wake up
closets
and have
going
to
at
drive
it.
to the hospital. You're right there. I could just go to sleep quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So-
Get a little.
So I don't know. I've been doing my research on this depression and suicide
Yeah.
thing, y'all.
Yes.
I don't know about y'all. You know, I don't know Broward County like that, but Broward County is all the way up there, especially since the pandemic. Like the depression
yeah.
rate
I'm
and
not
the suicide.
surprised.
Yeah.
Since COVID happened, the suicide went sky high and the
Yeah,
depression.
because can't nobody afford nothing
Right, that's
out
what I was
here.
gonna say.
And
It's
this was the biggest thing with the suicide and depression. It was the social isolation. We're not made to just be cooped in.
the way how we
Remember
were with that
everybody was
COVID.
just-
Yeah, yeah.
And we haven't. It hasn't. The rates haven't came down since then. Everybody
That's
been
why,
messed up.
that's why everybody out there angry, shooting everybody
Right.
up, going
But
crazy.
you know
I'm
what?
like, what the fuck?
I didn't even know this. My
I think
mom
it's
told me when the COVID thing was going on or whatever. You know how everybody was inside.
Yep.
She said a lot of the depression was coming from the lack of vitamin D.
Yeah,
from the
Yeah.
social
sun.
isolation, no socializing, no
Yeah.
sun, like all of that matters.
Yeah,
We're not made
the
to
government
live in
planned
caves.
that.
Right,
They
right,
planned
right.
that.
Yeah, we're not cavemen
Right.
no more. We meant to
That's
go
a
out and get sun
conspiracy,
and talk.
yep. Right,
And,
yeah.
it got bad since then, and I don't think we came back yet.
So
No.
what are some things that someone can do if you're feeling like that? You're feeling hopeless and you're feeling like
gotta
you're worthless.
We can't be afraid to talk.
Yeah.
We can't be
Yeah.
afraid of therapy.
That's
So
true.
many black I don't need therapy. I
Therapy,
ain't going to
right,
therapy.
right.
Therapy is not that bad. It's like us sitting right here talking.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
That could be therapy.
Yeah, it
You
can,
ain't-
yeah.
People think of therapy as I don't know what they think about it as, but I
I
guess
think it's that they look at it as
Like,
a weakness.
They're, yeah, they're
Right.
vulnerable.
Yeah,
And
it's a
some people
weakness.
just scared of it. I'm just like, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's just you
yeah.
and another person. And let it
right.
out. Somebody
Right.
safe that's not going to talk about you because you
Exactly.
can't trust friends. You can't
Exactly.
trust and talk to everybody. You have to find a
Cause
safe
you tell
place.
your friend now everybody
Everybody knows.
Right.
Look at
That's
that,
why
look at
people
that
don't say
sad hoe.
nothing.
Right.
Look at that sad
See,
hoe over
but
there.
sometimes for me, I like to talk it out, but I also want to hear that person's advice. So it depends on who I'm letting it out to.
Right.
I want them to be able to give me some
Like a
sound
rebuttal.
advice.
That's
or
why
something.
I say therapy. That's a good person who your friends might can't tell you what
Right,
you
'cause
need.
they're not
They don't
really
know.
gonna
They're not
interpret what you're
specialists
saying.
with that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I would want to know the background of that person too, because
Of
for them to
course,
give me
yeah.
like, for
That's why you
example,
go to the high specialists.
Right.
Specialist, yeah.
or like, okay, like say you're a white woman or whatever, you probably wouldn't really relate to a black therapist, you know,
Right.
or a black person
You gotta
relating
go to
to
your
a white
people.
therapist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I had
and then,
therapists,
like you said,
black therapists. You get who for you.
right,
you find
right.
out who matched
Or
for
like
you.
you
Yeah.
said, check their background. Like, suppose you look up a therapist and you see, oh, damn, they were in prison, or oh, wow, she was a prostitute. I'm not saying, you know, but I'm just mean like something where you could see and be like, damn, like this person been through some things. Like, I know if I tell them what I'm going through, it's not gonna be like, ooh, my God, this person fucked up. They'll be like, okay, well,
right.
I can tell
They
you
can
this is
relate
probably
to-
where it's coming from
Yep,
because I've
yep.
been there too.
They can tell
Right.
you. That's what.
Yeah, because one time we had a therapist come to the home for the kids, and they sent me some white lady, and I was like, and so she was like, oh no, well you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, And so as I, that first visit, I got to know her. I was like, I don't think
Right. It's not gonna work.
this is gonna work
Right,
because
right.
no, I'm going to chastise them, and if that's something you don't believe in, then you're gonna try to steer me. You could tell me different ideas,
Right.
but you're gonna try to steer me from doing that I feel is I should be able to do. So it didn't end up working out, and I had to pick someone. I asked them to send me someone that may have been, that was diverse.
Yeah.
Right. That's what you need.
Right,
Something
right.
like that. Someone who wasn't just straight out of school with
And I
no
don't
kids.
think there's anything wrong with that.
No, what?
you
Asking
can't.
for
Right,
no diversity. No.
That's it. You got to. You got to. That's why I say you got to find what worked for you before you totally give up. And I think that's a lot. We just give up. We just go living on life, feeling what we feeling, not saying that to think, well, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But
Right.
So what do you feel about like women when like their period is coming on, and sometimes like I know with me, sometimes it doesn't happen every month, but it be some months that come. I'm talking about I be so depressed. And I know it's my period because it'll happen like right before my period coming. I'll be like,
so I'll tell you. So that's just, it's the difference between depression and then just the
Hormone.
blues.
Okay.
Like the blues, like the baby blues. Like that's just the blues that come and go. But depression don't come and go. It stays a little longer. Like a period come and go, like those feelings come and go.
Yeah.
Depression don't just
So it really
come and
is
go.
like a sickness.
It's like a persistent thing with depression.
See,
You
I
gotta be persistent.
never believed in that. I always been like, shut the fuck up,
get
do what
over
you
it.
gotta do, get over it, and keep it moving.
It's so
Nah,
hard
something
to do
they
that
can't-
for some
Because
people.
think about when your period is on and you're depressed. No matter what you do, you're like, oh, I need to get out of this funk. And then I do something, I still be like, I'm sad.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
can't.
I don't, it doesn't matter what I do.
I never physically thought like, damn, I have a depression, like I feel sick. I knew it was a symptom of my period.
Right,
so
right,
I never really took
well,
it
that's
that
what
serious.
she's saying.
Yeah.
Real depression
Yeah,
is not
know.
like that.
Persistent,
Okay.
and it's more than,
Every day you
it's
wake
more
up and you
factors.
feel like that.
Yeah, every day. And your kids can't make you happy.
Yeah.
Like when you withdraw from your kids and family and friends, then
Then that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
thing. You just like, And that's what the postpartum depression, if y'all know about that. Like
Oh,
people
yeah,
with the
I had
babies,
that.
they kill the babies.
I had that with
don't want
my
the baby.
first daughter.
The postpartum depression is scary, and that ain't talked about enough either.
I had
No,
that,
it's not.
and this is
It's
how I
not.
knew when it came on was well, I feel like this is what set it off. She wasn't latching on when I was trying to breastfeed her. She wasn't latching on, so it was just like she would get mad because I'll be like, okay, I'm trying to breastfeed her, and she'll be like, because she's not getting the milk and stuff, and then it would
She
just make me feel
frustrated.
like I'm worthless because I'm like, I can't
That's
feed
that
my
feeling.
baby.
It does,
And
yeah,
I
it
would
does.
just be so sad. Like while I'm pumping, I'm crying, and I'm like.
Breastfeeding is not for the weak.
Yeah,
I did it for like
no.
a month. I was stressed out and low too. I was just like, I can't.
No, but that's why I got
you
like
gotta
that
keep
because with
going
my
and
son,
going, yeah.
I breastfed him for a year.
See,
No
what they-
problem.
Whew.
No problem.
Yeah.
I
And then
want
she
it.
came
See
and
what,
I was
what they
thinking the
what they
same
don't
thing.
tell you. First of all, they didn't have lactation nurses
Nope.
in the
Right,
hospital
they got
years
them
ago.
now, yep.
They got them now, but still, like they don't tell you the babies don't know how to breastfeed
They
either.
don't.
You
It's
have
new.
to
They
teach
new
them.
to the
So
world.
they don't know. You know what I mean?
Well,
you just
but-
think it's like it automatically just
But
happens.
the thing about it, I just think it depends on the baby. Because that's what I'm
Right.
saying. With my son, it was no problem. The
That's
first
what they
time,
say, yeah.
I'm a first time mom. All the nurse did was hold the back of his head to like put
He
him
was
on the.
trained to go. He was
And
ready to
There you
go.
go.
And
He
she
was
like,
greedy
she
as
was
hell.
Like, she was like, this how you know, because you could see he would go, gloop, gloop,
Uh-huh.
gloop, gloop, go. And she was like, yep, he's drinking. And I'm like, damn, that was easy. So when I have my daughter now, I'm just thinking, oh, it's going to be the same thing. And I'm like
Nope.
doing it. She's like
They all different.
moving
Yeah.
around, and I'm just like,
She was
Yeah.
frustrated.
no, yes.
So I want this big old thing in my mouth.
And it was just like it really brought me to like I felt like worthless because I was just like I can't even feed my kid like
Right.
and I would just sit inside like after I would like feed her with the bottle or whatever and I put her down to sleep and I would just sit in the couch by myself and just cry and I would just
Right.
be to myself just like what am I
Girl,
gonna do?
That's the
I'm
worst time
worthless.
for us too. That's
Yeah.
when you need support because it's so easy to get depressed after having
What?
a baby.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Because you can't really do anything. You just feel like a cow. Like you,
Right.
this kid
Right, your
sucking on
self-esteem,
you.
right, all your
you
emotions.
can't even use the bathroom properly. Like
When they
everything
say that's
is
supposed to
just-
be a happy moment when you just had a baby,
Nah.
and look how quick
I think
it
it's
could
a
go
happy
downhill.
moment if you have a good support system.
Right.
Boom.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
If
I
you
was just
don't-
gonna say that.
if
I
you
was gonna,
alone,
I was
that's
gonna be be more specific to a man that's supposed to be there and help you and take care of you.
But maybe a support is a woman.
Yeah.
But did you see that video?
Oh,
with,
nowadays, yeah.
Right.
Which one?
that video with the guy and the lady. They had, I think there was like their 7th or 8th kid, and they were showing him like helping her, getting her pads, and putting her panties.
I saw it on Facebook,
and
like a
putting
TikTok.
her in the bed,
Oh, that was
putting her
so
panties, and I was just like,
sweet.
oh,
That is so
now
fake.
that's so no.
That's
I
what
believe
we
that I feel like
need.
he's really 7 kids
Yeah.
later.
He
I
hurt-
feel like this is not his first time helping her with this.
You can tell that was genuine.
That
That's
was
just him.
genuine. Like,
I didn't see it.
babe.
I'd have to see it.
Oh God!
Oh,
and I'm
girl,
Because
yeah.
I've had
wow, why
6
can't
I've
everybody
had
show
be
you
like
my
that?
friend.
I've had
posted it.
6
I'm
of
gonna
them,
show
and that
Jess.
wasn't the case.
Yeah, I mean that's what I say.
Girl.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
It's some
Yeah.
guys that look at that like childbirth. You're having my
Yeah.
kid. Like I'm gonna give you the world. Like
Right.
It's some guys that really feel like that, and then some just look at it as like,
How do you
that's
know
what she's
when-
here for.
Well, I don't know. Do you know? How do you know if you have a man that's very emotional?
Oh, how do you know?
Yeah, like what's a sign?
I mean, emotionally intact, like a person with good emotions, or what you saying? Like,
No, like clingy emotional, like
oh, I don't know. I feel like
that
they're one of
uses
those
their
now.
emotion. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
I feel like it's manipulative though, because I don't know. I feel like guys. I don't feel like guys are really emotional. I mean, they can be.
They can.
Right, they can be.
My ex was not emotional at all. He wasn't touchy feely. Didn't know how to hug on you. Didn't know how to love on you. Didn't
More
know how to tell you.
affectionate,
Yeah, he wasn't
affectionate.
affectionate at all. But then the guy that I'm just talking to now, he's super affectionate. It's like two opposite ends. Like he check on you,
Right.
hug you, tell
Right.
you how
That's
you don't.
good.
So yeah, I think it's affectionate, emotionally intact men, but some of them are not.
Yeah.
right.
But what do you think? Where does
says
that
it
come
right
from?
now.
Do you think? Like when they're like emotionally
I don't know.
detached, like where do you think that comes from?
I think it's coming from like the upbringing, like
That's what I'm
you
saying.
were around,
Like a mama's boy.
Yeah, no. Was the mom? Did they have a loving household? Like,
Okay.
Because how do men become
right,
so?
yeah.
Or was they overly loved? And
Like
they
the
just
mama
don't
just
do
be
it
like,
no
"Boy,
more?
get your
Right.
ass up and come do something."
Right, because
No,
you
no
know
hugs.
how black households
I
is.
know.
Some of them kind of strict and stern, and they just don't know how to love. Like we don't know how to
I don't
be.
know.
Yeah.
I always felt like, well, I don't know if it's a Caribbean thing, but like all my Caribbean friends that I know, like the boys was always treated like the king. Like he didn't have to clean nothing, but the girls had to cook, clean,
I hear
do all
that.
this, and the boys would just sit back and relax and be like, "Oh, when he grows up, he'll find a woman to take care of him."
You know, I'm from the country, so
Oh
I moved
no!
down here. This Caribbean stuff new to me.
Yeah, boys have boys thing chores to do, and girls had their girl chores to do.
Nope.
But boys,
The boys
we
didn't have
shared
no chores.
They shared
I
responsibility.
think the only thing my mom made my brother do was sweep the back patio every now and then,
like,
and he used to bitch about it, so then she would just leave him alone.
I'm like, no wonder most of them don't know how to cook, clean. They don't do nothing because they used to
Yeah.
the mama doing everything for them.
No, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I feel like I don't know if it's a Caribbean thing, but
is.
I see it a lot with like my Caribbean friends. Americans not so much, because Americans I see like, oh no, you better get your ass up and
Yeah,
come
go
wash
do
these
this,
dishes,
go
or
do
you know
that.
what I mean. But the Caribbeans be like, oh my son, like the son is like the king, you know?
Psych.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
for real. But I don't know.
Sometimes when you have that single mama household, she might do that because she missed the daddy.
Right.
Yeah, like they son be like their boyfriend. They
Yeah.
treat the son like their
I had
boyfriend.
both of my parents. So, and I'm like super loving. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a Cancer already, my horoscope, so they always say we super emotional and
Mm-hmm.
super loving anyway. Tam, I don't know if you get that too. You
I
hear that?
am.
Yeah. So
And that's how my mom started being super affectionate with my kids, because no down in her, but that's how she was raised. You know, she's Jamaican,
Right.
old school. She's not affectionate at all. Like growing up, there was no "I
Right.
love you," kisses and
all
stuff
that
like
mess
that.
with
Yeah.
your mental. I'm telling you.
And
that
then when I used to tell her, like now that I'm older, and I tell her and be like, yo, you know, you never like hugged us and kissed us and told us you love us and stuff, and she was just like, well, my way of showing love was cooking for y'all, buying y'all clothes, y'all have a house to live in.
Right.
That was my way. I
right,
didn't
that's
have
what
to
I'm
tell
saying.
you.
When
And
you
they'd
got
be
a
like,
roof
okay.
over your head.
Right, exactly.
But now with my kids, I'm like super, oh, I love you and kiss. Let me get a nose kiss. And we're doing all kind of cute stuff. And she does that stuff with them now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
It's different. I think we evolved too, because the way I raised my first 3 kids, I'm not raising the last 3.
Yeah.
And then the older ones come and be like, dang, mom, you let them get away with everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not the same. Like,
Yeah,
I've
it's
kind of
different.
calmed down. Like, I'm not like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
time. You know, I had
And
a
then
household
times
of a lot of
change.
people. Yeah.
Times change and you see that like whoopings and grounding and shit.
I
They don't
do
work
that.
no more.
Yeah, I don't really
It don't
try to
work.
do them like
Not no more.
We
Yeah,
got a
I
lot
used
of
to.
generational curses that need
Yeah.
to be broken
Yup.
within our culture.
Yup.
It's
Yeah.
like, no.
Because I used to think about it, like when I was younger and I used to get a whooping. Like now that I'm older and I think about it, I'm like, that didn't do shit.
It didn't stop me. I was
like,
still doing it.
I would sit and be like, all right, next time, this is what I'm gonna do so I don't get caught.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it wasn't making me think like, damn,
That's
I don't want to
what I
whoop
was
it
telling
again.
the other day. I said, look how many of us have more than one child. We know how much pain that shit is.
Okay, and
we
still kept
we
doing
forget
it.
the pain and keep doing that bitch again.
We sure do. So let me see. Hold on, let me think about. And you know, when we was younger, speaking on depression and you know all of that stuff, I think like I ain't never.
You never know
how you doing or what's going on. So
Nope.
let me tell y'all, my mom. That's why I feel like I want to do something for mental health. My mom was schizophrenic and bipolar.
Oh wow.
So I grew up with it.
Wait, but isn't that kind of hereditary?
That's what they say, but me and my sister and my brother, we
Y'all
good.
good.
Well, my
Okay.
brother, he got his issues with depression and stuff like that.
Okay.
And girl, so that's why I think I want to help people because I saw
Yeah.
it and it is hard. My mama was self-medicating a lot.
Wow.
Like self-medicating. She already had and everything came from her background in childhood.
Okay.
Like it all came
So
from
she
the
had a rough
upbringing. Her
childhood.
dad abandoned her. Her mama was just mean and mistreated her.
Yeah.
And she got into drugs when she was like 20, 30, got off street drugs and then started prescription drugs.
Okay.
She was on her depression medicine, her schizophrenic pills, like she was just a mess, and it all rooted from when she was younger. Like
Right,
if
yeah.
things would have
They
got
carry
dealt with,
that.
she carried it to the day she died.
Oh, she passed away.
It's not
Oh, RIP.
hereditary.
It could be.
It is. They said it can be. Yeah.
Oh, it can be.
Because it's like it's a chemical imbalance.
It is.
So you don't think? I mean, as a nurse, you see, more behind the scenes than a regular consumer. So you don't think that they do shit to the vaccines? They
I don't trust none of that.
So you have the COVID vaccine? Can I
I
ask?
had to.
Oh,
I
because
didn't want to. The hospital mandated, you
have
couldn't
to.
work.
Yeah.
They made us do it, or where the hell you was gonna work
Yeah.
at.
So what do you think about those people in New York that were getting those fake COVID vaccines?
Yeah, they were trying
cards
to get the
and
fake ones.
stuff.
I wish I could have.
Got one.
People did get away with it.
Right, they
There's a lot
did.
of people that did, yeah.
Because there's no way they can check it. It's no
the
way.
person that was creating
So
the
what
cards
if-
that was getting in trouble,
so-
not the
so-
people that
They
were
got in
getting
trouble.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what if you knew, let's say you knew what was in that vaccine and you did, and they told you had to take it to keep your job and to keep your career going. Otherwise they were gonna like blackmail
Oh, girl,
you.
I don't know what we
blacklist
would
you.
Blackball
do.
you.
It would have been. I don't
Like
know what
would
would
you have done it?
No, not if I knew that it was bad.
Yeah.
And we still don't know
Because
what.
Nobody
because
knows
even
now.
regular vaccines, as people became more educated, and you
They
have those
stopped taking
vegans
it.
out there, and you have those people that just want to live off the land and whatever their rules are with religion, everything else. It's been brought more to the light that those vaccines have shit in it
Yeah,
that
we don't
could
know
make
what's
you
in it.
sick.
They'll
You
never
don't.
tell you.
You don't.
You don't
And
know.
And
you're-
I mean, most of the vaccine has the virus in it.
Yeah,
That's the point of
it's
it.
a live virus in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The point of it is to make your body grow antibodies
The immunity
against
to
it.
it, yeah.
Against it. So when the live virus hits you, your body like, I already had this. I know how to fight against
Right.
it. That's the point.
Right. That's
I
like
don't know, but if
when you
it's
get bit by a
killing
snake. When you get bit by a snake, when you go to the
But if it-
hospital, they have to have that snake venom
But,
to
but,
inject you
antidote.
with
right,
it.
but,
Yeah, they got
but,
the
if,
antidote.
but if COVID was killing everybody,
It
and,
was.
but why
A
were
lot
they
of people.
willing
Right
to
there,
destroy
a lot of people.
I sat right there and watched a lot of people.
But
Yeah.
see, I heard too that they were categorizing certain deaths as COVID, and it wasn't.
Right, because it was
Because
just like it would be like
was
if
so
they had
much.
an underlying issue, say you had high blood pressure,
Right.
and you came in there for COVID, and then you passed away. They're gonna say it's COVID. They're not gonna say it was because of your high blood
you
pressure.
You were sick with other things,
Yeah.
but COVID
Everything
was
was
the thing
COVID.
that knocked you, that took you out.
Right.
And a lot of people was taken out. I mean, a lot.
Yeah, I know. My mom had.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
even
say
want to
about
go
4
back.
people.
I'm like, if I could go back, I would go back because the money was good. But I'm just like, no, it
The
was
deaths.
so rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so bad.
So
And
do
I was
you
so scared.
do you believe like the food and stuff and the GMO and all
All
those
of that
hormones
mess with
and-
your chemical imbalances, which
That
mess
have a
with
lot
your
to do with
brain,
depression.
Yeah.
mess with everything,
Yeah.
the food, the sugar, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why healthcare is like becoming so important
So
now.
important.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get more and more sick as years go by.
Yeah.
Because
And
it's
they
food
Yeah.
gonna make
Yeah.
sure healthcare never go out of business. That's
Nope.
why they tainting the food or the steroids or the hormones. It's like
They doing
y'all
it.
making stuff that's making us sick so
Right,
we can
right,
stay.
right. So we could stay coming to
Right.
the
much
doctor.
cancer causing
Right.
Thank
food.
you.
Oh my god, it's just a lot.
So all right, so speaking of that, like cancer and shit like that, do you believe that like you can reverse like the stages or the effects of like cancer?
You can, depending on how
I think so too.
How far in are you? Like if you like if you
like
in
stage 4 or some shit,
stage
it's like
4,
all right.
it's like brain, lung, back.
Yeah.
Like I meet people, like I just had a lady, like 2 days ago, she literally was there for lung cancer, but she was wondering why she was feeling so bad. She was feeling bad because it went to her brain. So, and then her brain started bleeding, and they told her she was a ticking time bomb, ain't nothing they could do. So once it go to places that ain't nothing, no diet, ain't nothing nobody can do.
Yeah, that could really do. Or even if you do, it's still like your death is maybe you'll slow it down a couple of days, but it's still. That's how they said Jackie O died. DC Young Fly.
They say that she was left in the hotel room after surgery. What?
Well, all right. This is how surgery
there's
works.
more than one reason.
Well, the thing about
I didn't even hear nothing.
I ain't heard
this
nothing.
This how surgery works. You can go have surgery and you can stay in like a house, like a recovery house with a bunch of people and nurses and stuff, or you can just stay by yourself and hire your own nurse. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure she's probably had surgery before, so she probably was just like, oh, I'm good, I don't need a nurse. Or she probably had a nurse, but it was not 24 hours. It was probably like she just came there, made sure she was good, and then left for the night.
Right.
She had an aneurysm.
That's what they say it was?
She had an aneurysm.
And that's when a blood clot travels to the brain?
No. Aneurysm is just a weakened vessel.
Right, and it bursts.
And once that vessel just shriveled
but it don't have
burst,
to just be your brain.
The blood go everywhere.
Yeah. And what does that cause from?
It's really no...
Like
they
blood
don't have
pressure.
No causes. High blood pressure can't cause, and then sometimes they just random.
So what they're saying
vessels,
is...
Sometimes your body just don't build enough strong vessels. You got this one weak vessel, and it just start leaking.
Yeah.
That's aneurysm. It leaks so much. Your brain cannot take... Your brain don't supposed to bleed. Everything got to stay intact.
Right.
Okay.
That's why meningitis is such a serious thing.
Meningitis take you out. We had a 30-some-year-old lady that died from that in the ER. Honey, meningitis is scary.
And I had a friend that had it twice.
Ooh.
My homegirl had it twice.
So aneurysm is not
Sometimes they're not predictable. Don't nobody know. They live their whole life with them and it happens.
It was a doctor. Wow. It was a doctor that was talking about it.
Ooh, I can't be no nurse because my stomach's turning already.
He said anybody can have an aneurysm.
Anybody.
But it's when it ruptures is what the issue is.
That would take you out.
So what he said with her problem is he said she probably had the aneurysm, but when she went to do the surgery, they didn't do no CAT scan because that's the only way they would have seen it. So what they're saying is the pressure, because remember I was telling you like the stress of surgery on your body.
If you got pre-existing conditions.
You think that it's just like, oh yeah, I'm fine. That pressure that they're putting on your body,
that's why they make you go through workups.
They're tugging and pulling on your body
and tummy tuck, they lift your whole stomach up. Repair, stitch the muscles. Tummy tuck, you literally get split all the way across. They lift your stomach up over your chest, and then work on the muscles.
What's worse, a cesarean or a tummy tuck?
Tummy tuck.
Really?
I would say a C-section.
No,
because
the
C-section goes down.
Layers.
Yeah, the C-section
goes
down to where the baby is.
They go through 7 layers, but with tummy tuck is all the way across.
Because the C-section is just that one little. Because I had 3 C-sections,
and
so it's like the cut is like that big.
Yeah, you up walking, you pressing them tummy tucks. They can't even stand up straight.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I think it's more extensive because when you get your C-section, your stomach don't get lifted up.
Right. What the doctor was saying, and they pull the stomach.
That's so right. They lift up.
They lift your stomach up over your chest.
Yeah.
Oh my God, girl. I was like, damn.
Not even just that. You just talking about a tummy tuck. She was having a mommy makeover.
Yeah, so that includes tummy tuck and breast.
No, a mommy makeover is lipo 360. So that's lipo through around your whole body.
Stomach in the breast.
A tummy tuck, your breasts, maybe lipo here, probably here, BBL.
The mommy makeover.
That's what the mommy makeover is. It's your whole body.
At one time.
It's your whole body.
So wait a minute. Here in Florida, they got cut off from doing all that. So I don't think we should do all that because they got laws here now.
Yes, you can, baby.
But they be going to DR.
No, she was in
Miami. Ain't got no laws.
She was in Miami.
Yeah, Miami
but
got laws now.
It's still legal. I don't know if that she was doing all of that.
I don't know
but I know usually when you have a mommy, that's why it's called a mommy makeover because your whole body.
Tummy tuck and breasts. My friend
what the doctor was saying is that what the doctor was saying is she probably already had the aneurysm, and then the stress on her body from the surgery raised her blood pressure and made the thing rupture. And she was probably in there by herself. And you
can't do nothing when a rupture.
It's it. It's over.
It's like you go to sleep. You don't feel it. It's like all the pressure. Your brain just conk out. That's it. It's just cut off.
Over with.
And nobody can do to wake it up.
So it's. That's why we
gotta love on ourselves too, because She probably was feeling down about some part of
Yeah,
her
because
body,
she
like
just had
depressed
that
or
last baby.
Yeah, I'm telling you, all of that's mental health. Because I mean, and then I don't know, it's your body do what you want to do with
But
it.
don't,
right.
but don't
Be
you
careful.
have? Don't they have? Don't you have to see a therapist before you go get
surgery?
plastic surgery?
No,
you ain't got your
maybe
therapist?
to change
Oh,
your
I thought
gender.
you had to
To
see a
change your
therapist.
Maybe
gender.
that extensive
Yeah,
one,
to
but no,
change
no,
your
no.
gender, you
Oh,
definitely have to see a
I
therapist.
thought somebody told me you had to see a therapist before you had plastic surgery.
No.
No.
If you're
Oh.
if you're going to change your whole gender, yes.
Yeah, 'cause
you have
that's
to
a
see a
life-changing.
therapist.
That's
yeah.
something that you can't get back. Once
Yeah,
you
you
chop
have
your
to.
penis off and make a vagina, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know who
you
knows
definitely have to see a
nowadays.
therapist. No, they do. They
Who
do.
knows? They
Because,
do have a dick enhancement surgery.
No,
Yeah,
because
they
I
have
was
that
watching. I was watching this show, 90 Day Fiance. And there's a trans on. Like I've never really seen. Well, I'm lying because way back in the day, Howard Stern. You remember Howard Stern?
I know that name, but
Yeah.
I can't remember his face.
The Howard Stern show.
He was a white guy, long
tall
hair,
white
tall
guy.
white guy. He was nasty. He had the one with the tongue sticking out, long.
And he always
Tom.
had on
I
these
gotta search
shades.
his
He always
mouth.
had on these
Howard Stern. Let me see if I
shades.
can-
Yeah,
his
and they
face.
always had him like on like the low end radio stations because
Yeah.
he was very vulgar and
Yeah, real
sexual.
vulgar.
Oh, American Broadcasting.
Just some white guy.
Media
So
Yeah.
personality.
he I remember watching that show like I was so young. I shouldn't
Yeah, I
even have been
remember.
watching that shit. But I remember he had a trans on there that was a man that turned to a lady, and they were telling about their surgery. Back then, what they said was what they did was they basically like cut his penis in half.
Yeah, they make
and
it,
then
shape
slid
it.
it down the middle, and
Uh-huh.
then like
I just
rolled
had a
down the
trans.
flaps.
I had a trans about a
and
week
turned
ago.
into a pussy.
Yeah.
But the show that I'm watching now,
A trans patient?
A trans patient.
Okay.
Got a trans
no, but
woman.
the show that I'm watching now, the guy from a girl to a man, he said that they took meat, the nerves, the meat, the skin, and everything from his thigh,
Yeah, they
her
make it. Yeah,
thigh,
yep, graft
and
it.
built a penis.
Yep.
And I was telling somebody this the other day, and they thought I was lying.
Oh.
We all start out as women. Guys, when you're born, you start out with
Yeah,
ovaries.
you have discharge.
And your
Yep.
ovaries drop and turn into testicles. That's what determines you being a guy. So you start out as a woman.
Don't tell them that, girl.
I
Especially
know.
the ones
That's what I mean. What you
these
saying?
guys, they'll be like, no, that ain't it.
So
No.
when it comes to doing that surgery, it's not really that hard because our insides are kind of
yeah,
wired
they gotta
the
do
same.
those grafts.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
one girl got her whole arm
Really?
graft just to grow penis.
to grow a
She took all the
dick?
skin off her arm.
Oh,
She put it on TikTok. I was like, oh, God, you went through all that pain just because you wanted to
oh my God.
To each his own.
All right, so
my
I
brother
mean,
is
I don't-
trans
I don't
and I
want
love
anybody-
him.
Really?
My brother is now my sister. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oldest, yep.
Did-
So, like,
did-
took his
did
penis
they
away
He
and
see-
all
went
that?
through that yet. He just got eyebrows. He looked like us. He got eyebrows. See, she,
Okay.
Oh, but he still got a penis.
Yeah.
Okay.
he
Okay.
messed with that yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
Let's
that's
have a
too
let's
much. They
say.
slice it open. Lord
I
have
have a
mercy.
let's say.
Whatever that means.
Just like how I asked
She
you one
said-
earlier
She said whatever that means.
with the COVID
All right.
vaccine.
Let's say you meet this guy. You know,
Look at Jess. She looking
I
like, what the
always
hell?
say with you meeting somebody because, like, you know, that's the world we live in. All right, let's say you meet this guy. Like, y'all, it's everything you could dream of. The sex.
Here you go. I know what
He
you
know
about
how
to
to
say.
cook. He clean. He fine. That dick big. He put it down. He don't cheat.
Oh, Lord.
Girl, he know your love language.
Oh, Lord. But is he shooting out sperm?
He's shooting out sperm, but it's girl sperm.
Y'all. 'Cause I want more. I want another baby.
Wait, what would you do?
See?
What would you do? And he waited like, let's say
Right.
he waited like 8 months in to
I don't
tell
know
you.
if I
So
could-
you already kind of in love.
I don't know if I continue it because I want another baby. I keep saying I want another child. So I
I
need
mean,
more
you're
than
young
her.
to have a baby.
I can say have a baby.
Yeah.
Surrogacy.
That's what I'm saying. You
There are
you
no
already in
surrogates. I
love.
wanna
You
have my
there's
baby.
I know,
fertility.
I
They
know.
could input
But you can still
artificial
have the
I
baby.
insemination.
can
Yeah.
get sperm bank because something won't be from him. I want.
But you in love. You done fell in love
I
because
done
he
fell
did
in love.
everything.
I don't know how I would feel.
I would probably be like, well, can we include a real man?
Right, I want real. I needed my.
Can we
club
do it?
shot
Can we
up
do a
for real.
threesome?
Like not no.
Shut up for real.
Not no fake shootout.
Not no
Right.
fucking BB.
But that's what I say. You're in love with this person.
Right.
Let's say
And
that
this
I
is
don't
the
know.
only thing.
Yeah.
It's the only thing. All your other
Would you stay?
expectations
No.
are met.
Would you stay? You wouldn't stay?
I don't think I would stay.
Okay, what if
You
it's
would just
10
cut
years
it.
from now, the baby's 12 now, and your daughter's 26? She got a granddaughter. Like, you already got kids.
Yeah,
like,
I
the
already
baby.
got kids. Yeah, if
Oh,
I was
if you good, you would stay.
then I think I would stay.
Yeah.
But I know I won't family
Because
with
everything
actual
is
man.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I want one or two more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't do that with.
So do
I'm
you
not going to
believe
nobody's
when
sperm
people
bank.
say that, like, when females be like, nobody knows a female like a female, or
Right.
you know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it's true. No man know a female. Like we know.
What about
Like we
your
don't know a man.
sibling?
I can't tell everybody about
Wait, what about your sister?
my sister, my
Yeah.
brother that went sister. Or
The brother went to a sister,
Your
right?
brister. Your
Okay.
brister.
So what about your sister? Their brother that's not your sister.
What about him?
What if obviously he's being a woman, so
Right.
what if he acts certain way and y'all get into it?
We
like,
never did. That's
You
the
never-
thing. I think
Really?
we never will. No.
you would never be like, you ain't no
Wait a minute. Okay,
you.
so
I would
it's your
never say
brother.
that.
It's
You
your
know,
brother
okay.
and it's your sister now.
Yeah,
So
we don't say brother no more because he
date
doesn't.
boys or girls?
Men, only
He
men.
date men.
Yeah, only men.
Okay.
Oh, so
I had to show you a picture,
wow.
but yeah, she.
It's just so like, oh my god.
yeah.
And that came into adulthood or from
Yeah,
a child?
She been where the trans part came adulthood like
Right.
some years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but she been gay.
And you already
okay,
knew.
okay.
You already knew. And
Yeah.
already,
Have you ever asked?
Oh, wow.
my God, stop playing.
She's
That's him.
pretty.
I would have been like, damn, that girl's
You're
so pretty.
Oh,
I've been like that. But
shit.
you know, I told like these guys one time we
Somebody-
had here, and
Yo.
we were telling them, we were like, do
You
y'all
wouldn't even
know?
know that's a
a lot
man.
of times y'all be on IG liking these pages, and these be dudes. I mean, well, they're
Yeah.
women
As
now,
long
but
as they be honest, and she does. I'm
Right,
like, are you
right.
being honest with people? Because I
Right.
don't want nothing to happen to you. Because
Right.
some men find out and they kill trans and gay
Right,
people
right,
all the
right.
time.
I know.
Like,
Right.
don't trick nobody. Let them know that you have what you have.
okay. So now that you've experienced it personally, do you think him transitioning had anything to do with his upbringing? Yeah.
Yeah, we went through a lot. Both
Yeah.
our parents was, cocaine addicts, so we grew up with it.
Oh.
We grew up with a lot of neglect. My mama abused all of us. But she was abused, so then she abused us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
And she was still on drugs. So yeah, we had a hell of an upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
He deals with a lot of depression, but he take his meds faithfully, so he
Okay,
right now.
yeah.
But it is upbringing. That's why I overcame
so
a lot
crazy.
watching what I watched growing up, and then I still, like I said, I lost my mom last year to February drugs.
Damn.
But it was her prescription drugs. She took too much of what she had, and my dad said she went to sleep and never woke back up. But yeah,
Damn.
Okay.
so yeah, it got to do with your upbringing a lot. I already know
Yeah.
everything that went on with him. His dad
So
abandoned
it's like
him. and all that.
someone like you with all that experience and the different, because that's what gets you to be like, oh, I've experienced someone in this kind of environment. I've experienced this in this kind of environment, to be able to be someone that's educated in mental health. I don't feel like going to school cuts it for some of these people, because then they become programmed,
Yeah,
and then they
robots.
try
I
to
can't
program
stand
you
it.
Well, I wouldn't
into
say
being
that.
textbook. That's how I feel.
I don't think
but
so.
I feel
I
like
think-
she has an expertise without the
I've been through a
schooling,
lot.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
already
to
have,
be
yeah.
like, okay, well,
Personal
this
experience.
these are signs. This is how we can try to help.
That's why I say I don't really feel like that, because I feel like
I don't-
some people
textbook, that don't make sense.
I feel like some people are general what would you say, empath? Is that how you pronounce it?
What, empath?
Like, yeah, I feel like some people are genuine
It is
empaths
cold
where
in
like
here.
they feel you. They
Yeah,
can
some people can just
Right,
they just
so I
know.
feel like people like that, even if they haven't experienced that type of
Right,
life,
right,
they can
right.
still feel your pain. where
Right,
they
and I can feel it.
relate. Yeah,
I can
you know
feel
what I'm
it
saying?
and relate a lot. That's why.
Yeah.
How do you
I feel like those people make the best nurses.
Yeah, yeah.
or
how do you
I do.
relate
I'm
if
telling
you've
you.
never been through? How do you relate?
not relate.
You can
You
feel
can
like
feel-
empathy.
No, but what I'm saying is there's some people who just you don't have feel like a
Right,
sociopath.
right.
Like you don't have feelings. So
For
you're
nothing.
sitting there trying to be a therapist and somebody is sitting there pouring their feelings out to you. You're not even going to feel what
Right,
they're saying.
right.
How are you going to give them any advice?
Right. You
Because
gotta
you,
be
can't
able to
even be
feel
like,
something.
yeah, you're not
Well,
even going to
isn't
be like,
that's empathy or
that's
sympathy?
what I'm
That's what
telling
I
you.
say,
It's empathy, right?
Empathy.
I
That's
always
what
get
I'm
the two
saying.
mixed up.
So
I get them mixed
somebody
up all the
that
time.
maybe, but somebody who probably never been in that lifestyle or whatever, they're an empath. So when you're telling your story, they can just feel like, damn, I can understand why this person is feeling depressed, or I can understand where the depression and the sadness is coming from. Because if I was in that situation, I would probably feel the same way. You
Yep.
see what I'm saying? But it don't necessarily have to be, okay, I've been in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's a lot of stuff, like friends that I have, they'll tell me their problems. I've never been in that situation, but I could still be like, damn, well, you know what? This will probably help, or maybe this, or maybe they're doing this because that. That's what I'm saying.
Empathy.
But not necessarily that I've been there through that experience.
Right.
Like,
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, being a nurse, you got to be able to feel something.
You have
because
to.
If not, it's just not for you. You got to be able to feel.
What
something.
do you think about all this mental health going on with kids?
Girl,
like I've never seen so much. Because when I was young, we all got bullied and we got tough skin and we got over it.
Killing ourselves is crazy.
That's crazy.
That's super hard for all the psychiatrists out here working with the peeps. God bless y'all, because pediatrics, I stay away from pediatrics. I do 18 and over.
Little
but
fucking
now that I'm
kids.
in the ER, I got to deal with babies.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I ain't had no mental health child yet.
Yeah.
So all my mental health patients are grown. But yeah, that's tough, because why are they that way at so young? What is going on?
Right, that's what I'm
With the
saying.
kids,
What is
I feel like it's a vaccine.
Because
With the kids, I feel it's a vaccine.
because they have too much access to the
To social
outside
media,
world,
too.
and
Yeah.
they're seeing
and I feel
stuff.
like the weakening of their fucking brains with these vaccines and the
Yes,
food.
And the
because
food,
So
yeah.
it's like they don't know how to
It
think
wasn't
and
like
be
this
like,
in the
nope.
90s and stuff. You ain't have too many
No.
8-9-year-old CEOs being depressed and killing themselves.
No.
It's more of now.
And then to that seclusion and not getting any sun.
That's
Like
social
nobody outside
isolation.
playing football or riding bikes outside.
Oh, that's
They're
true.
inside on their fucking phones
That's
and
true.
their
I can't
computers.
believe it when
And I
I
used
see
to
it.
always be outside. I
Me
fought with
too.
mine.
Oh,
I had to go
yeah.
outside with mine on Friday
What?
just for them to get outside and play. They won't go outside.
They don't.
I was like, come on, let's go. And I had to go play with them.
My daughter in the house all the time. She play the game too.
That
play
is
the game
so
on the
true.
phone.
That vitamin, that lack of vitamin. I'm going to
But yeah,
stop.
we gotta get out more.
I'ma
We gotta
start
get
doing more,
together.
yeah.
We gotta get out. Get them outside. Son, talk. Have a good support system. Like I
Yeah.
don't have no support system down here. Really, my whole family and friends is in Virginia. When
Right.
I moved down here by myself with my daughters. But the guy that I was dating, I moved down here to be with him. So I left everybody. And I get days where I'm just so sad and crying because I'm like, damn, I don't have nobody. All I can do is call them. So yeah, support is big.
Yeah.
So knowing mental health, like, does that put that guy on a higher pedestal? Like, not like, does it make it harder for him to like break through to get to you? Because you know all the signs. You know what you should be looking for.
Right,
like,
right.
Because I always
Dude,
think
more
like someone.
questions.
Okay, so we know of someone that was in the mental health industry, I guess, but the reactions to certain things, like. She broke down before we did, so I had such higher expectations of her because she's in that industry to counsel and school and give
but
advice.
they go through it too.
They
We
go
all
through it
do.
too?
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Nurses.
expect you
You know how
would,
many
but I just
nurses
feel like you
committed-
would be able to control,
Yeah.
You know how
have
many
more
nurses committed
control.
suicide during the COVID pandemic
Yeah.
because they saw all them
Really?
deaths
All the
and
shit,
saw all that
yeah.
stuff going on?
Really?
And they have to be there.
Their
and shit.
depression
They're
and suicide
forced.
rates went up. Yeah. You know, it's sad. It's no good when you got to watch hundreds of people die there. In New York, they was watching hundreds of bodies, just tractor trailers full of bodies because they had no morgue to put them in. Like, those nurses losses. They lost everything.
I know a lot of nurses. Not a lot. I know the nurses that I know also do street drugs.
Yes. Oh my God.
yeah,
There's
a
so
lot of
many
them, 'cause
nurses
they have
that
access to
that
it.
don't got caught in the hospital stealing because we got it right there.
Yeah.
And they divert. They'll say they're giving it to the patient, but really they're.
But don't they have like a script? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so
can-
that's
you do
ways
it all
around.
the-
There's
yeah.
little tricks.
Yeah.
It's so many tricks, girl, and people do divert. Even with the cameras, they still try. Like literally, a camera watches us when we pull drugs, and people
Yeah.
still try shit.
Yeah, yeah.
The
That's how I
doctor
know a
too.
lot of back in the day. Like a lot of my friends, that's how they got like their drugs
My
from their
friend-
mom or dad was a nurse.
Friend, somebody she knew, lost their whole nursing license because she wrote like over
Wow.
150 prescriptions for drugs. She kept writing herself prescriptions for drugs,
Oh,
using
I mean,
the
don't
doctor
you know-
prescriptions.
I mean, but didn't she know she would
Yeah,
get
she was
caught?
gonna get caught eventually. What
Right,
the fuck?
but they're not thinking about that.
Eventually,
At
you
the
go
time, they're like, I'm gonna get these drugs.
right.
That's crazy.
Trying to cope because she don't been through so much, but yeah.
See, that's why certain things I like to hear the stories of the background
Yeah.
behind why people do things the way they do, because we're so quick to pass judgment.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh,
You
okay,
never
I could
know.
understand
Yeah.
Nobody been
why
through.
this mom went crazy,
Right,
and
right.
try to do certain things, whatever it may be, whether harm herself or a child. I could understand
right. You
if she's
can-
put in that
not
predicament.
saying that you're
Not
making
saying
it
it's
right,
right,
right.
but I'm just saying I
You
could
can feel-
understand like where she's coming from.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the but because I'm a mom and I've been there.
Right.
That's the
And
empathy.
it's
No,
hard.
but there's certain situations
But
you
I
haven't
don't
been
know
in.
if I'd be able to be
There's
like,
certain
hey,
you
girl.
been there. There's certain
I
situations.
don't know if I'd be able to give her any advice.
There's certain situations that a motherfucker been through that you never been through, but just hearing their story, you
be
be
like,
like,
damn,
damn.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can
That's
see
that
where you're coming
empathy.
from. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I be feeling like I could be a therapist.
You
because
could,
my
if you
friends,
could, if you
I'm
could.
the one that my friends always call when they going
It's
through
always
something.
that
And they be
one.
like,
Yeah.
oh, let me tell you something. And be like, oh yeah, you know what? Thanks, because that helps. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going through what you're going through, or I probably
Right,
haven't even
right.
gone through. But just a logical thinker,
Yeah.
you would just be like, okay, well, that's a good idea, or maybe this is what it is, or maybe that, and just giving you a second opinion, because sometimes you're tunnel vision when you're going through something and whatever it might be, you're just thinking one way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
hey.
Wait, hold on. Oh, well, yeah.
Damn.
Come in, sit right
Come
here.
on. We almost done.
We about to be done. Sorry. Why you? Tigger, you already know we re-recording. You supposed to. Anyway. So nurse, he be acting brand new, y'all. Nurse J.
Yes. You just
No,
was
but
like,
this is very like insightful. Like let everybody know where they could find you and like reach you and stuff.
Well,
like
do
can
you
people?
do people reach out to you
Yeah,
for
do people
advice?
contact
They
you?
do. They be on my friends that I know, like Facebook and Instagram, but I don't have no nursing platform. Maybe I should.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
And get a
And
little
I
mental
don't know
health
nobody down
advice.
here. I
No, it don't
nobody
matter
down
if you
here.
on
too.
IG. That's
You on IG, you just promote it with us. We promote you.
Right. I
and
think I
just
should make that. I think I
over
should make
people
something. I
need
yeah,
to
never
know.
made
you should.
anything.
You should.
people would love to be able to relate to you. Like, damn, I didn't know you did this. I'm gonna be calling you like, girl.
Right.
Right. So maybe I make
You
something and put
know.
underneath my profile.
Right.
Not
Right.
put
And
the
say
extra
something.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
you
And
should.
maybe have a link with your resources.
That's
maybe
if you're
just-
open to that, because you
Yeah.
might get
I
flooded
always
with.
be thinking like, what can I do to give back? How can I help?
Well,
you?
Yeah, I
because
think
you're
that's
a
a good
nurse
idea.
practitioner, you're going.
In
I mean, you're about to be. You're in school to be a
Right,
nurse
right,
practitioner
right.
to be
You
able to
can-
open
you
your
can
own
do these
business
things.
Right.
Yeah.
for mental health.
I would do
Right?
it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I'm
Okay.
stuck between mental health or just ER.
ER.
Because I like the blood and guts. You know, mental health, you just dealing
Yeah.
with the
The
mind.
mind,
but
yeah.
ER,
okay.
like, we get the, the gunshot
I
wound.
don't
We
know.
get
I
all the
think
good
the
stuff.
mental health is good.
Or
Mental health is
maybe,
good.
or maybe you go to the career path of the ER, and on the side you have your IG that focuses on
Still
your
can
mental
do
health.
mental health, like I can do a piece of it. 'Cause I know I can't do
Yeah.
both because they both so extensive.
That's what I'm saying.
They
yeah,
both
definitely.
extensive. Yeah,
That,
you
But
can't
I
do
mean,
both.
you've been through enough to
Right.
be able to give
still
sound
like
advice.
some a little
Yeah.
advice,
Right.
like
And you can.
I think you should
can
or
conquer
whatever.
both.
I
Yeah.
should do
But
something.
yeah, let everybody know where they
then
can reach
just,
you.
then just find me on Instagram. What is it? Nurse_MIAJ. Say it right?
Mia J.
Mia J.
Yeah.
Yep. MIAJ. Yep.
I know I'm new to this.
So nurse_Mia J.
Yep.
And she's
MIAJ.
open to questions, y'all.
yes, talk
Yes,
to me,
reach out.
and I'll talk back.
You know?
Aw.
Oh, but wait, that's a good question. Is there like a hotline or something for somebody that is like suicide or depression?
Just changed the number.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
like,
we
it's
need
a
to
new
know.
number. Hold on, let me find it. It's 988. That's the new number. Literally, you just dial 988.
Oh, okay. So
And
just
that's-
988.
Yeah, I just did a whole infographics on it. But yeah, it's 988.
Okay.
And you can get.
And that's for anything.
That's
You
for
just-
anything. That's the depression. That's the crisis hotline.
Okay. So
Yeah,
crisis
Oh, so from
hotline
your phone, like how
988.
you dial 911, dial 988.
988. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's good. Maybe that's the number that people should start calling instead of like when, their kid or somebody
It's the
in
suicide
there.
and crisis lifeline. So
Oh,
you-
988.
So y'all stop calling the police when
Right,
young
'cause
people
they-
is having a mental crisis. Call
Right, call
988.
988.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
That's
they might
good.
say, and if
They'll
it's an
send somebody.
emergency,
I know,
call
they might be like, "Man, call the
911.
police."
But still, sometimes you need that other person because
Yeah.
the 911 operators is not very
Right,
They
that's
don't know
what
how
I'm
to deal with
saying.
these people
They
dealing
don't.
with mental health crisis.
They
not
just
the
gonna
police.
send the
Right.
police.
Okay.
That's it.
Police.
All right, so everybody,
Yay.
nurse Mia J, y'all follow her and
It was
reach
so
out,
nice.
reach out for real.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as usual.
Jess Aggressive, y'all.
All right, and your girl T True,
Thank you.
y'all follow her. Like this is real,
Yeah.
Everybody go through stuff, and
Everybody.
all the jokes aside or whatever,
Right.
Not hold it in. Let it
Yeah.
out. Talk to somebody.
that's real. We human.
Talk to somebody. You can hit up my DM if y'all need to talk. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
don't do that. I'm not
I'll
no mental
te-
health crisis helper. Please don't hit me up in no DMs about that shit. Yo, your girl T True, breathe easy. We out.
Oh, if they need somebody to talk to, they.